that's what Phil just said, that's what it's designated for, that's what it's staying
Not
for.
designated person.
That's what we bought it
By
for, that's what the
resolution,
note
right?
said, that's what the letter
I
says.
got, I have the resolution, yes, it's on the
What
table.
I'm saying, the investigates.
There you go.
Okay,
No offers of sale.
Thanks for coming.
no problem, thanks for showing up, man. Shoot. All
I'm
right,
out here, see you guys.
moving on to some new business.
Take care,
Come,
Rob.
Ross.
I'm sorry.
Bring you on Laundromat.
Trick or treat.
Downtown.
I almost want to give her a
No
hug.
problem.
Let's see, choose a date.
Cheers. Lisa, give her a hug for me.
That's a meter crack.
Trick or treat.
That's a hug for all of us.
Hold your phone.
Trick
Tell me
or
what
treat
trick or
is on a
treat.
Monday.
Monday,
Trick or treating's on a Monday.
now here I say, last year we tried to change it, and it caused a big stink. It's always been, Briley Township has always had trick or treating on Halloween. Cause I said something about the kids going out, cause me as a parent, I don't like my kids going out and getting all sugared up and then having to go to school the next day, but
Neither do the teachers.
that took a lot of, so it doesn't matter what way we do it. If we move it to Saturday, then we tried to do that last year and we got a lot of blowback from that, a lot.
Okay.
Yep,
So
there's
I
still a
think-
lot of people that showed up, so whether you got blowback or not, it
So I
was
think,
still a
I
success.
think
I
we
think
should
we
just
moved
move
it
it on
though,
Halloween.
didn't we?
Yeah, I think we moved the time, but we kept it on Halloween, on the
Do we need a vote
31st.
on that? Vote on Halloween?
Yeah,
So then I'll make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is, what day does it fall on?
it falls on a Monday.
Monday, the 31st?
Daddy's gonna love us.
Oh,
Sugar
no.
heaven tonight.
Don't give them any sugar, just send them to school with it. Just fill them little tight pockets.
My
Just
kids
fill
are
their
going to
pockets right
school,
full
so
with
I
it.
don't
I'll
care
make
about
you share.
Send them to
My kids
school,
are big now. Bigger.
okay?
Alright,
So I'll make a motion that we have trick or treating on Halloween, on the 31st, even though it's on a Monday.
And what time are we gonna have it from? The usual time, the
5 to 8.
5 to 5:30?
Yeah. that's what that-
5 to 5.
Make them run.
Yeah.
You might.
I think it's normally what, 5 to 8?
8, yeah.
Let's do 5 to 8.
I will second that.
Oh, now I see why we're sitting by the door.
Kids have school that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, school that day and school the
That's
next
fine.
What time
day.
they get out of school?
Huh?
What time they get out of school?
2:50.
What about
plenty
the
of
parents? They gotta work?
Hey, I just throw a sheet over my kids and send them on there.
Yeah.
Eye holes at least?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
All
I
in
even buy
favor?
them white shoes.
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Motion passes.
Motion passes. 5 to 8, get your candy out on the 31st.
Grandkids spend the night at Grandpa and Grandma's.
Okay.
There you go.
Elk Country Friendship, oh no, we've already taken care of the gardeners.
We did.
Thank you guys for showing up. All right. Cemetery buyback. Well, this is this is something different. Every now and then, somebody buys a lot of lots, and, they move away and they find a better spot. I guess, I don't know. That's what happened in this case. So this gentleman has 8 lots at $100 apiece, and he would like to sell them back to the township for the $100 apiece that he bought it for, and I think we normally do buy them back. But I would make a motion to pay $800 for 8 lots, same as what we sold them for.
And you sell them back then for 50?
Depends on when they bought them, I guess.
Pretty sure it was 50. Selling them used to.
Was it 50?
Yes.
I don't think
Not
it's
really
very long ago.
used if nobody's buried there.
This is David.
Secondhand.
David built it, would've been just years ago.
They were still
Was they? So why are we buying it back at 100 then?
good question.
Well, no, we don't wanna buy them back at 100, we're buying back for the 50 that we sold them for.
That's correct. That's what we vote on, is if you sell them, we'll buy them back at the rate paid,
At the rate.
at the rate paid.
Is that your motion?
Yes. So now whether it be 50 or 100, we'll do it. because
Okay.
I think we're obligated to do that.
Ken already made a motion, you gotta dismiss his.
Yeah, you gotta dismiss my motion. I withdraw my motion to buy him back at, I thought he bought them for 100. Sorry. Bought them back at, so, you make that motion at the rate?
Yes.
All right, I will second the motion for at the rate that he bought them.
Okay.
All right, deal with money, you want a roll call?
That we did. Supervisor Warner,
Yes.
Treasurer Warner,
Yeah.
Trustee Blake. I just about messed up, huh? Thanks.
Yes.
Okay, Clerk Lamore, yes.
Okay.
Passes 4-0. Back.
At the rate, I'll put that on Lindsay's desk and,
Yep.
Is that gonna come out of cemetery?
They're disruptive.
Yep.
Or it went to-
I gotta transfer money.
oh, it's only $800. Well, it may
You can
only
go,
be,
you can do
it may only be $400 if it's at
At
$50
a
for
next
it.
meeting, you can transfer the money. We can do that. I mean, it would.
And we don't have to do it right away, we can, don't pay him for a month or two. Maybe he'll come down on the price a little bit.
Don't put that in minutes.
Well, we can't do it till Monday anyway, so. Alright, hey, all my little post-it notes are done. Alright, something that's been, brought to our attention is, there's such a thing as Cemetery Day. There's an act of, 113 of 1915 that says the township board, each township shall have the authority, and it shall be its duty to, take care of the cemeteries in the township and private cemeteries owned by cities and villages and down through here. So Lindsay Rogers thought that on August 17th, 2022, Cemetery Day is recognized and take care of all cemeteries through the act of 1915. The township board members shall have the authority and duties, yada yada. Anyhow, DPW doing a fantastic job maintaining the cemetery, and she would like us to take a day off and observe Cemetery Day, and it looked like close the office and go out and spend some time with the DPW supervisors and do cemetery work. As it's Cemetery Day.
Paid day? I mean, is it
I
a federal holiday?
I don't think so.
I can dig it.
So anyway, I think we should observe it and keep the office open. I don't know as if closing the office for Cemetery Day is worthy, and if anybody wants to go out and help the guys on that day.
Yeah, as long as the office stays.
What day is it?
It is August 17th. Who has that?
Gentleman in the back.
August 17th is Cemetery Day.
1 week from today.
Will you be doing maintenance on the property, undesignated cemetery property to the west of the cemetery?
Good grief.
No, probably not.
So it's not
This is just taking care of the graves and cleaning them up.
Right, it's the graves, the headstones, and things like that, I think.
Will that property need mowed and cleaned up while I'm asking?
Yeah, they mow around the houses and stuff, but, yeah. Yeah.
Unless DPW supervisor Brian decides to
So
tell
get
us
hold of Brian
otherwise.
if you'd like to go out and help out.
Get some of these young people that, not doing too much.
Where have you seen that?
Yeah, where have you seen that?
Not good to be out there against.
Okay.
Go through the school and get the students for their public awareness stuff.
Community service?
Community service, so. Do you need that in a motion or just as a FYI?
I don't think so.
FYI, there you go.
No, but they can still go up.
You've been FYI.
No, but the students have to do their community service throughout the year.
Okay. Moving on.
We do have a gentleman that we need to talk about, that could be used for this purpose.
I don't know if you can allow him to, we should talk about him
After this.
after, but yeah, I'm not sure if he can use power tools and
I-
all the other things.
I'm not-
Give him the old hand trimmers,
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's,
you know,
we'll leave that. Okay.
All right, next on the agenda was charging stations, auto and e-bike. And this is something that Phil was running with Presqu'île on, where we'd like to get some charging stations, more charging stations.
Yeah, what we have, Tom Sobek and myself spoke about e-bikes and automobile areas where you can recharge your battery on the car, the new cars. He asked me to look at some areas within town as to where we might want to have them, where they'd be out of the way and sort of indiscreet, or discreet. But people will know where they are when they get close to one. I don't know how they find them, because I don't have one. But anyway, we looked at this, and I thought maybe the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, because it's quite visible and so on, they could run 1 to 4 automobile stations and 1 to 2 e-bikes. The Atlanta Hardware in their parking lot, if they would be interested in doing that.
Freddy's.
Raleigh Township Park, we already have some over on the Parlin side. We'd be putting maybe more there, and more over by the fishing dock. Freddy's Market, because they're right there on the 33, and they have a large parking lot across the street where they'd be out of the way from the main business. And down at the BP, because they have large parking area that will take care of trucks and campers. This letter went out on Thursday, and we got a thing back from Tom. The board is looking into this, and they will get back to us with an answer real soon. We all know that these things are coming north. They're everywhere. E-bikes, if you go out to Clear Lake right now, you've got people out there that are renting e-bikes.
E-bikes, not cars.
So if they come down here on their little e-bike, and they get down to Atlanta, they can't charge it. We don't have a charging station. Yes, pedal back. But, the whole thing is, it's all coming, and we have to accept that it's coming, irrespective of, and Presqu'île puts these in at no cost to the township. This is for tourism and for the state of Michigan. And that's something the government is pushing and has for quite some time. Matter of fact, they've already got this system that's built into the road downstate from Ann Arbor going across into Detroit, where you can just drive your car. You don't have to stop at a truck. If it's got the system on it, you can just drive it and it recharges automatically as you drive over it. So there's systems out there.
Yeah, after
up here
3,
don't know
4
much about
hours.
yet, because they'll probably never come up here. The e-bikes have had some problems with batteries in the past, and that's generally from people that are charging them in their garage at their house and things of that nature, and they overcharge.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, you can't do that, just like you couldn't with the ones that were on the little, what do you call this, not skateboards.
Segways or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. Yeah,
Catches on fire.
same kind of situation. If they overcharge, they're dangerous. They're very dangerous. But e-bikes are e-bikes, they're on the
Okay.
market, they're not, they're around.
E-bikes are nice.
Is
So
it
these
for
are
just
proposed-
e-bikes or the
Yeah.
cars?
Bikes
E-bikes
and
are
cars.
nice.
Bikes and cars.
They're
You're
different.
saying, keep on saying about bikes, but not, you mentioned just about bikes and not cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I see over there, very rarely I see somebody that's parked over there to charge. And when I do, it takes them 3 hours to sit there to charge their bike to go the rest of the way they gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on whether they have a fast charge system
Right.
or a standard system. They're all.
Well, then they can get out and walk around town and spend some money.
That's-
Yeah.
Is that the point?
So, I mean,
PING
we'll get them into
recognizes
town
that
and
as
we'll slow the charge down on them and,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
government.
I'm curious though as to why we would give up parking spaces for our business traffic to people who need to park, for most of them at least a few hours, and not have it, so we can't have a decent turnover of parking spaces when we're giving them up to chargers. And a second thing would be is, just as gas stations are a commercial enterprise that are a profit-based business, not a socialist enterprise that takes up parking spaces, the government shouldn't be involved in supplying charging stations. Let businesses open that offer charging, or let
It's just
commercial
really bad.
there's
businesses.
only one spot here, the Bradley Park,
Right, but.
that's
why are
here,
we-
and we already have it
And we
down
wanna
there.
expand more.
And then it takes up 2 spots, all right? And when somebody plugs in, like this gentleman said, you pin them down for 3 hours. Okay, now, if Freddie's is thinking about it, he ought to put a bunch of them in there.
Right, but that's
And
a
pin people
commercial.
down there, absolutely.
Right,
And this
I don't
is
think
just
we
a
should be doing it.
Barely getting the
This is
parking lot
proposed
anyways.
location.
Proposed locations.
PIE&G, or PIE&G.
No, they were talking about putting this down the street and the employees
But
have
why
to
would we do it in our park
That's
when we
full all
want
the time.
turnover?
We want people shopping downtown.
Right, we want to bring people to
Let
town.
the
Well, who's
businesses
paying for
put in
this?
the-
Who's,
PIE&G in the state of Michigan.
PIAG.
yeah,
but
let-
are they charging the community
No,
then?
they're not.
No,
They haven't charged us for those
So
either.
somewhere,
And if you
nothing's
go
for
down there
free.
and you charge your
Okay.
battery down here, it doesn't cost
Nothing's
you
for
anything
free.
either.
Oh, you
Well, they
pay
get
for
paid
it
when the
by
people charge their
Delta
battery.
Somebody's gonna
No, you
eventually
don't.
pay for
Okay,
this.
we're not-
You
we're
don't
not
pay for it
concerned.
in gas tax.
right.
No, we're not
So-
concerned.
Well, the 2 spots that we give up down at the park,
Let's just keep open pipeline.
I mean, it brings people to town.
It does.
It's their own
It
mess.
absolutely does.
One or 2 cars anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, MDOT a week ago submitted a statewide plan for electric vehicle charging stations to Federal Highway for funding. And that was submitted, I think, on the 1st of August for all statewide locations. And what I found interesting in the plan is that Northeast Michigan
I
is
just don't see
blank,
why we.
right?
Yep.
So I'm curious to know why NEMCOG, MDOT, why there wasn't any coordination with MDOT. I mean, it's one thing to work with PIE&G, but if they're working with the state, where's the coordination with all this? Because the money that's coming is from the big boondoggle infrastructure bill that the feds passed, and it's all coming to the state, and it's all getting distributed out.
Yes.
So MDOT is focused on, you know, getting tourism to northern Michigan, and they have all kinds of stations over on the west side coming up 131.
yeah.
One over on 23, there's nothing on M32 or M33, so why not? Why didn't they, or why didn't NEMCOG?
You nailed it
propose
right
that?
there, west side.
Exactly.
No, I know, but
So-
I'm like, why didn't,
so this
why
is-
wasn't NEMCOG?
So this
on
is an
this?
opportunity
Or why
if we
wasn't
can,
NEMDOT on this
and-
regionally?
and there's an app that you get on your phone to show you where each one of these charging systems is, so you can drive from charging system to charging system. And you can go all over the United States anymore and just drive from spot to spot with your little electric car.
But
If
you
you
guys
can
should be
make it.
asking MDOT, why didn't you include us? Because if you wanna be part of that network and be on the map for tourism and whatever
Right.
else, it should be part of the statewide network that they're out there advertising and
Right.
everything else. It doesn't have to be.
And I think
done with just
PIAG probably see the
PIAG.
same thing, so they're stepping up
Yeah.
They are.
and they're willing to, I
No,
mean,
that's
we
good.
have
It's
these
just-
2. I think Lewiston has 2 over by their township hall.
Yep.
Don't know if I've seen 2 in Hillman or
Well,
not.
I'm
but-
not saying for it.
Anyhow, I mean, I
I'm just
just-
saying the
it's-
coordination with the state, there's a big gap there because.
There's a
You
gap.
know,
It's
what,
all
what
on the
happened
west
to the
side.
Right.
communication and to
It's
get
up the
that?
coast
Because you
below.
would think, you know, with the need to stop and charge on the way, that they would want something between Gaylord
Yes.
and Alpena,
Yep.
right? And going up 23 and so
Yes.
on.
Yeah,
Or
the-
going up
The
M33.
East Coast has gotten forgot about again.
I can tell you that there definitely will be some here. I can tell you that, because in talking to Tom, one of the things they had never even thought about were e-bikes. So they had to add that in, and they had to have the platforms for them as well.
I think the
And that was
e-bikes
in our
is a good
discussion,
idea. I think
so-
the cars is taking up our parking,
Yeah.
They won't,
our business.
But-
parking spaces.
they don't now.
But they, I mean,
If we wanna grow, they will.
You know, hopefully we ought to.
And your
Charlie,
e-bikes
but
are
it's
charging
rather
so
soon
much.
they came up here.
I think it's charging just for the sake of arguing.
We're planning to
Become
do,
a charging lot.
well, I don't think we're looking for 100, I mean, it's just,
Well,
And
look
it's
at
hard
that
to
whole
tell if
mobile
somebody
state-
buys
that,
the old
station
wedge, what
is,
they're gonna do with it.
Dead right now.
Yeah, why
Nobody's
not?
doing anything.
Here's
There's
the what?
a parking lot right
Philosophy.
there.
Yeah, so somebody could open a business and charge cars at it.
sure.
those machines
Why-
are
There
not
you
cheap,
go.
so let
Why
them go
does the
for it.
township need to offer a competing service? with
We're
their-
not.
We're not.
We are.
Providing
We're
a service
charging
to the
stations
general
in the
public.
park. If
We-
we
we
put
have
charging
2 of them.
stations in the park,
To
we're
somebody
competing
who
with
likes
the
to
ones
party.
at Ready and the ones
I don't
at
know.
any other
They're
Friday.
free.
We threw 2 of them out there to see how
They're
this is
free.
gonna
You'll
go.
make some money.
10 years ago.
They cost us parking spaces. If we wanna use them, we should be able to make something off that or have the parking available to the businesses, which is why we built it in the first place.
I think you gotta get them all hooked on it, and then jerk the cord out from underneath
Yeah,
them,
right.
and start charging them. I mean, you can see it coming, that's what it is. I mean, I'm
No.
sure they had the same discussion when they started not parking horses there and parking cars there,
Yes, they.
you know, at
Kind
gas
of
stations,
almost like
same thing.
this-
Get everybody hooked on it, and then go, oh, we're gonna charge you for gas now.
Well, Well, saying that is almost kind of like saying, why don't we have parking meters downtown so that people can pay for parking? The township can make money while everybody's shopping.
And you can't have parking meters in town because we don't have enough people living there.
Yeah. So, and it's just, it's 2 spots, let people come into town, hook them for a couple hours, let them walk down a little bit.
You know the
And
coffee
shop at
shops
the
making money.
businesses that are.
Shop at the
open.
businesses while they're letting their car warm up.
Maybe
How
they'll
many
buy
do-
one of the businesses and open it up.
Maybe.
That's a great idea.
Do
Maybe
you guys
they'll-
have have you guys
Yeah.
monitor that? I mean, how many people actually use that?
I've seen quite a
I've
bit.
seen quite a few
I've
when
seen
I've
quite a
been at
bit.
the coffee shop in the park.
As you
At
roll
It's
least
through.
something
one
that you
car,
might
one
wanna look
car.
into. Maybe throw a bunch of money at something that ain't gonna work up
Right,
here.
Not throwing any money.
and I think that's
I mean-
why Presqu'île was willing to put 2 out
Yeah,
there.
they're in the energy business.
Let's-
That's
let-
what they do.
Let's see if it's gonna fly.
Oh.
Let's see if these new
Let's
electric
see.
cars are gonna
They
go
have to buy
anywhere.
the property to do it. And they don't have to, Presque didn't buy the property to do it. We're giving them our parking spaces
Right,
for,
2,
for their business.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so we're supporting a commercial business that doesn't even exist in our township, doesn't pay taxes to us.
Oh,
There's
Yeah,
no
but
how's that
office
work?
here.
It provides quite a service, I mean.
But provides
Those
a
two are
service.
already a done
They
deal though.
don't have,
Yeah.
they don't have they have no
That doesn't
reason
make
to have
sense.
our land being used for their profit.
There's no
Two.
profit in giving something away.
Right,
But that's where you're saying, they're gonna pull the rug out from underneath people.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. you can see
That's a
it.
conjecture.
We all know what's gonna happen,
Could have happened.
but
I think we-
has it happened yet?
So maybe Presqu'île is getting a kickback of, they're offering a free service because it's gonna be through them, right?
This Tom is a guy you should talk to then,
Tom Sobek is the president and CEO of.
because I don't know if he's getting a kickback or not.
Well, no, they have to. I mean, there's gotta be, how can they even survive? How can a company survive if they keep giving away free?
And
If-
they're gonna get
Because
paid
they're
for
gonna raise
the.
your electric rate.
It would be grants, stuff like
If
that.
the electric, paying them.
If you get 2 cars to park up here at the park,
Your car in.
and they move up here and they buy a house, they now are on the grid.
Nothing's free.
You don't have to use a charge card to use that?
Yeah, but
No, it's free.
they're gonna get paid by the people who use that.
Free.
Just like.
All right.
Yeah,
So anyhow, that was information for everybody.
Hold on, I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
They don't pay over there.
Did you guys send a
If they
letter
put
to
their
these
credit card
businesses
in
There's
yet?
no credit card slot.
You
No.
can't pay
No.
for it.
Or does he do that?
That's a-
It's
We will
free.
do that.
Yeah.
This is nothing
We're paying
more
for
than
it.
a
So when's
list
the next ones?
of possibilities for
Well, they're
PIG
not-
to discuss
no,
with
he's
these
trying
people
to
that
say
they do or don't, and
that
then put in.
Their response. So we're not voting on anything, we're just letting the
Not doing
public
the
know
darn
what's
thing.
going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We just
because
haven't provided the
Either
parking
parking lot.
lot spots.
Because I can guarantee one person on this list is gonna ask me, so I wanna make sure I'm clear. So he's the guy to talk to,
Yeah.
not us.
I wouldn't
Right,
call
yeah.
him about that, every just cloud the issue.
You wait one of those hours.
You don't wanna put the president of PIG or the CPO in a position to answer personal questions. I don't think that's what he wants to do.
So there should be a contact person
Well,
for
contact-
somebody on the list to contact.
Contact the general information number of
Yes.
PIG.
Yes.
There you go.
Let them decide
You
who
don't
gets
pay,
the
you
call.
don't pay to use those.
Yep.
Now, that's something that you guys need to do so you can tell us.
Let me ask a question. I know this sounds stupid, but, okay, so if you were to put a charging station at Freddy's, okay, and it's free, right?